I'm here with award-winning country singer Aaron Pritchett.
Thanks for getting the last name right. Most people don't. It's usually Pritchett or Pritchard, or believe me, I've heard some variations that I can't even say on the air, to be honest with you. But I'm a BC born and raised boy, and got myself into the country music industry about 20 years ago almost now. Hard to say, because I still feel 20 years old.
Who were some of your early music influences?
I would have to say my very first musical influence was Elvis Presley. My mom and my aunt were huge fans, to the point where they were collecting albums that they still have today, unopened, of course. That was the first real exposure I had to music, fanatically and really as somebody who would be influential in my career, because I saw the charisma he had, and it just poured out of him. You couldn't help it. So I was really attracted to that and thought, man, this guy sings great, and he puts on a show. And that's really what I'm all about, is more of an entertainer, I would consider myself, as opposed to somebody who's a specific songwriter, artist, or musician, artist playing an instrument and being an artist. I would consider myself more of an entertaining artist, that somebody goes out and puts on as good a show as possible, and that includes with recordings as well. So
how was music introduced into your life?
Well, I was introduced at a young age through my dad, who just sang. He just sang around the house, that kind of thing. And when he was younger, he had his own band, and which I found out later on, obviously, and as well as just the music that he exposed me to as a child. And as I grew up, I started playing a little bit of guitar, but mostly singing myself, and got into a band in the early 90s.
And we light it up, tailgates down, there's a little brown jug, we're passing around, filling little red cups. It's powerful stuff.
Now, your fifth album, In the Driver's Seat, was released last fall. Why don't you tell the viewers about that?
Well, it is my fifth album, and hard to believe that it's already 5 albums in, to be honest with you. When you just want to do one album for so long, and then it finally happens and the ball rolls, and it's sometimes you got to stop and slow down, and go, wow, this is just incredible. It's by far my favorite album. It's my best album, according to me, if anybody asks me. But the reasons why is because the title of the album is In the Driver's Seat, and that doesn't really have anything to do with any song on the record itself. It has more to do with everything about the record, whether it was the graphics or whether it was the songs. I chose everything on it. The production was a lot of my say. I got to have final say on a lot of it. And it wasn't one of those things where I thought I have to be in control of everything, a control freak. It was more about being responsible for it. And I'm the guy at the end of the day who can go, well, that didn't work out, it's my fault. I feel good saying that. Whereas with the other records, I didn't quite have that ability, and the blame would fall on other people. And I thought, no, I'm going to do this myself this time. And it really has worked out extremely well.